All right, we are back with our Newcastle career mode. So we are going to finish the transfer window in this episode. We have 2 league games and 1 cup game. And I have put all the suggestions from the comments into the short list and they're being scouted. So while they're being scouted, I think we're going to play the first game of the episode against Sheffield. And then after that game, we'll take a look and possibly make some signings to end this transfer window. We have a decent amount of money, so we should be able to do some business before this transfer window is closed. So I've also put development plans on basically every single player. So each player has their own development plan. And then what I noticed in the Everton game is our back line was playing way too high. And that was causing Everton to pretty much get in behind our defense way too often. So I've lowered our defensive depth. So we're going to be deeper, but hopefully that might help us with those through balls. Because I think that happened like twice, probably leading to 2 goals. So we've made that adjustment for this episode. And then also in the slider department, so our shot error and pass error is down back to 50 normal. I think this was on 60. I think this was on 55 before. A few of you guys said that we should try bringing it back to 50, so we're going to try that in this episode as well. And then the only thing I changed for the CPU was sprint speed now is down to 55. All right, so first game, Sheffield at home. We are sitting in 14th after 2 games. They're in 11th. So we both won 1 game and then we lost 1 game. But this is a very winnable game, so I'm hoping for at least some points in this one. All right, so we're going with the same lineup, Nelson at right mid. We're still in ultimate with competitor mode on. I think that might be the way to go from now on, because in the Everton game, the CPU played a lot better than I was expecting. So ultimate competitor mode on, sliders adjusted a little bit. Let's see how this game goes. All right, so we had an opening day win at home and then we got absolutely just demolished away to Everton. So we're looking for a bounce back game in this one. I think anything other than a loss would be a pretty decent step forward. But yeah, with these sliders, I really don't know what to expect. I do think this season, this whole entire series is going to be a big challenge, but that is what I want. Good tackle by Hayden. Now Almiron can play that to Callum Wilson. Where is Nelson? There you are. All right, Nelson can drive this forward. He's actually beating a lot of defenders. Ball is crossed in. That's not a bad cross. Lewis. This is some decent passing. Callum Wilson goes for the shot. Keeper makes a good save. All right, very positive start from us. Corner. Swung in. Callum Wilson gets his head to it. Ampadu has to clear it. Let's try this again. It's a decent looking corner. Callum just can't get his head to it. All right, ball forward into Sander Berge. Is it Berg or Berge? I have no idea. But here is McBurney. It's not looking too bad from Sheffield United. Luckily, there was a challenge there. That was very lucky. All right, interesting opening 30 minutes. Good tackle by Lascelles, just can't win it. I would say we've had the most chances and they have an injury. Yeah, I would say we've played a little bit better than them, but still 0-0. It's a good ball into Brewster. They're putting together some pretty decent passes here. Brewster into Mousset. Oh, he gets around Federico Hernandez. Lascelles gets in a pretty good challenge, but it does not keep it from going into our goal. I thought I made such a good challenge there. The ball just went straight back to him. It's a very lucky bounce. I thought that was such a good challenge, but I guess it's not strong enough. And then the keeper just can't really do much in that tight space. All right, so 1-0 for them. 43rd minute, probably going into halftime down 1-0. No, not ideal, not ideal. All right, start of the second half, 1-0 down. See if we can try and get back in this game. Callum into Almiron, just way too heavy of a touch. I think that pass from Callum wasn't good enough. We need to be creating a few more chances here. That luckily gets to Callum Wilson. Can try and play that to Saint Maximin. Try and cross it in. Not a bad idea. Just keeper gets it. That is a good ball into Ryan Brewster. Trying to stay strong, and we do stay strong defensively. All right, we need something different. So I'm putting Frazier on the right, and I think that is it for now. Just need to switch something up to maybe spark us getting an equalizer. Time is running out for us. Saint Maxim can play that to Jamal Lewis. I need something. I don't like any of this. And I just passed straight into the defender. Okay, they give it back to us, thankfully. Ball in to Ryan Frazier. Almiron. Oh, that was the pass. It just didn't come off. Man, our passes in the final third have been just terrible this game. Yeah, we only have a minute left. This is not looking too good for us to start this episode off. Yeah, this is not looking too good. It does not look good. I think we are going to lose our second game in a row into Berge. I would like to keep it at 1-0. They are going to swing this corner in. That is a terrible clearance. That is cleared, and that is probably going to be full time, and it is. So we lose at home, second loss in a row. That game was so frustrating. I feel like that wasn't the sliders or the difficulty. I just didn't play good enough because chances were there. A lot of our passes between St. Maximum, Callum Wilson, Albion, they weren't as good as they were in the first episode. Okay, I don't know what that dude was doing, but that is a tough loss, but I think we can play much better than that. All right, let's take a look at this short list. But hold on, before that, let's take a look at our squad first. So I'm thinking a position we could strengthen is the midfield. Basically, we have an offer for Shelby right now. If we sold John Joe Shelby and then put the 74 Longstaff on the bench, the 72 Longstaff in the reserves, we could buy a new midfielder to pair alongside Hayden. So it looks like that and maybe a left back. I'm not sure because we have Lewis. And then in terms of other left backs, our second choice is Lazar. He's 66 rated. So we could probably use another left back, even though Dummett could play a left back as well, even though he's not quick. So I'm thinking midfielder, possibly winger, maybe still, and then maybe a left back. So now let's look at the short list with that in mind. So a lot of these players still are not fully scouted. I don't think we need a center back, and I don't think we need a right back either because we have Manquillo and then DeAndre Yedlin. So maybe we could buy Brandon Williams and just play him at left back. Maybe that's something we could do. And then in terms of midfielders, we have Billing, who'd be a decent option. Wouldn't be a huge upgrade. There's Oxlade-Chamberlain, which would be very interesting. I kind of like the idea of signing him, but I feel like he might be pretty expensive. I'm not sure. And then also another player you guys said that we should sign is Jetro Willems. So he could play left mid, he could play left back. So maybe we could play him at left back. That could be a very interesting option. We could go after Jesse Lingard. We could try and loan him in. And then there's a few other wingers you guys suggested. Florinel Koeman, Diatta, and then Dennis Mann. Koeman and Mann look very good actually. They're very in our price range too. All right, so before we try and make an offer for someone, I think we are going to let John Joe Shelby go because I do want to sign a new midfielder. We could use that 9-ish million that we get for him. All right, so I've added two more players to the short list. So Basuma and then Renato Sanchez. Now, Renato Sanchez is a player that after looking at his stats, I'm very, very interested in. The only problem is his value. He's pretty expensive. He could be, but he would be like a perfect box-to-box midfielder to pair alongside Hayden. So we're going to throw an offer out at Sanchez and just see what they're asking for pretty much for him. All right, so he's valued at 31. I mean, is there a player we could swap for him possibly? All right, we'll just try 31 million because this will tell us if we're even capable of buying him. So 31 million, they want 47.3. Yeah, that is a bit out of our price range. I think the most I would offer is 36.5, I think. No, they want 45 million. I mean, we'd have enough money to do it, but it would be all of our money. So no, we're not going to do it. I don't want to spend all of our money on one player pretty much. So that still leaves us Oxlade, Basuma, Billing. All right, now we're going to try to go in for Williams and see how much Manchester United are asking for. So value at 13 million, we can try 14 million. See what they say. It'll probably be more than that. Only 15.7 actually. All right, that's not that bad. 15.7. What if we do 15.3? All right, 15.3 for Brandon Williams. That is not a bad deal. So I think if we signed him, I would initially play him as a left back, but probably for the future, I might look to make him a right back eventually. Even if we can. I don't know how the development plan works, making a left back into a right back, but 15.3 is not bad. I think we are going to sign him up because he's only 19. I feel like he is going to grow fast for us. So we'll offer him the same exact wage, throw in a little signing bonus, and he should accept that. And he does. So we have our new left back, Brandon Williams. I think that is a pretty good signing. All right, so there he is. I thought we would have to pay a lot more for him, to be honest. I'll give him number 3. So if we wanted to make him a right back, it would only take 2 weeks. All right, so I think for now, we're going to play him as a left back, but eventually I think he'll take over Manquillo's spot, I think. All right, so he slots into the starting 11. Yeah, I mean, looking at this team, the one hole I see is the midfield. I feel like we could do better with a better midfielder placed alongside Hayden, but it just depends who that is. All right, so Oxlade would be 29 to 42 million. I think that's like barely out of our price range. Maybe not. I might throw an offer at him just to see. If we could get a good deal here, that would be pretty good for us. So we'll try 23 million. 23 million for Oxlade Chamberlain. They want 30.9. All right, that is more than I was expecting. 26.5. We'll try that. Still want 30.9. 28.6. 28.6. 29.7. Klopp is a negotiator. All right, straight up 29 million. 29 million and Klopp accepts that. Now, do I want to pay that for Oxlade-Chamberlain? I am not sure. I don't know if that's worth it. I might want to wait for Basuma's scouting report back. So we're going to wait a little bit on Oxlade-Chamberlain, just a little bit. So we have Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup. This is a chance to play some of the players who haven't played yet, some of the youngsters. So we'll give them a shot in this game. All right, so playing a rotated team: Joelinton, Camacho, Fraser, Ritchie, Chowdhury, Longstaff, Willems, Schär, Clark, and Kraft. Also, Darlow playing in goal this game. So, I mean, I don't care about the AFL Cup too much. I would love to win it, but if we were knocked out, I would not be heartbroken. So let's see what this rotated team can do against Aston Villa. All right, come on. I want to see something better from this team in this game than the last one. We are playing with a bunch of new players that we haven't used, but I still want to see some improvement. All right, early on, this looks like a pretty decent chance. Camacho's first game playing for Newcastle since joining us on loan. Can get that to try to go for a pass there. The idea wasn't that bad. The execution was terrible. Yeah, Aston Villa have fielded a pretty strong team in this game. Makes me a little bit nervous. They look like they want to win this game more than us, at least with their team selection. Trying to not let him turn. Gets it into Jack Grealish. Ball into Douglas Luiz. They're moving this around. Wesley gets that to Jack Grealish. Good save by Darlow. Good double save. But the ball just falls back to Grealish again. Another save that goes straight back to their player. This was a double save by Darlow. Grealish goes once, twice, and then no one can get the far post. All right, that is so unfortunate. And we are 1-0 down just like that, 19 minutes in. Another one of those goals, but let's see if we can climb back in this game. Fraser showing some pace here, getting around everyone. Try to go for a shot, but they get the interception. It actually is a goal kick. All right, that was a very good challenge. That was some decent pace, though, from Fraser. All right, Longstaff into Joelinton. Can try and get that to Ritchie. He is just not quick enough on that wing. That is a good ball. This is not looking good. Keeper gets to that. That could have been very bad for us. All right, Chowdhury, Joelinton into Ritchie. Can get that to Kraft. Can try and cross it into Chowdhury. Cross was way too close to the keeper. And probably ended the first half. Brandon Williams, Camacho, please make a run, and he made it so late. But yeah, it looks like we were going into the second half 1-0 down, just like last game. All right, only change at halftime is Nelson comes on for Ritchie. He is just so slow on the wing. I can't stand having that slow wingers, and I just accidentally cleared this ball, and this almost works out for us. Fraser into Joelinton. Longstaff, Camacho, or Nelson now, not Camacho. Nelson trying to look for a pass. There is a little bit of room. Trying to work this around, and Camacho is offside. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Fraser into Joelinton. Good ball, and that is the equalizer. Nelson with the goal. All right, that feels so good. That was a very good move, and Nelson, that is a very, very good finish. It's a very good ball from Joelinton. I was not expecting that kind of pass from him, and then Nelson, that is a good finish. All right, we're back in this game, 1-1, 59th minute, 30 minutes to go. All right, we're coming back straight with this. Camacho, Fraser, Nelson, can you beat the defender? Yes, you can. Same spot, and Nelson scores again. Pretty much we scored the same exact way, and we're 2-1 up now. We have flipped this game on its head. Nelson is getting into good spots this game. Very, very good spots. I did not think he would have the pace to beat that defender, but he did. It's pretty much a identical finish, but it's a good one. 67th minute, we are 2-1 up. All right, this would be a huge win for our confidence as a team. So let's try and hold this lead. All right, final subs. Dwight Gale is on for Joelinton, and then Fernandez is on for Schär in the back. Pretty much just for fitness, but last 20 minutes, let's hold this lead. Man, it really feels like the momentum of this game has completely just switched to us. Nelson was almost in again, same exact way. Fraser has been pretty decent in this game at cam, actually. Like, actually very, very decent. Try and get that to Fraser. Dwight Gale, that touch was so bad, but somehow it might work out. No, it won't. All right, ball into Wesley. They're trying to get back in this game. We are trying to win this ball to prevent that. Why is my defense so spread thin? Schär, beautiful tackle. That is so unlucky. Chowdhury cannot get past Luiz. That is an interesting challenge into Wesley, and Kraft wins that. All right, that was very nerve-wracking, but that might be it. We just need to stay calm and hold this ball. Just take our time. Nelson can play that to Kraft. I think we are going to win this game. We're going to cross this in. It goes straight back to the keeper, but that should be full time. Ball is cleared by the keeper and the ref blows the whistle. That is a very, very big win for us. It may not seem like it. It's just the EFL Cup. But for our confidence, coming back down from a goal, or should I say making the comeback from a goal down, that was a very good game for our confidence. Nelson with 2 goals, he had a very good game, so did Frazier. So that is very, very good for our confidence. All right, John Joe Shelby has been sold. That is 7 million into our transfer budget. So now we're back to 41 million. That makes Oxlade-Chamberlain's transfer fee seem not that much, but I think I want to wait to at least get Bissouma's value if we can before the transfer window closes. All right, so Bissouma is valued at 12.5 million compared to Oxlade's 29 million price tag. So I think I'm gonna throw out an offer at Bissouma and see what they want for him, and then we can compare that to Oxlade. All right, let's just do his value. Let's do 13.3 for Bissouma. They want Manquillo. Do not want to give Manquillo up. So let's try 14.4 million. So 17.9. He is lower rated than Oxlade. That's why there is a price difference here. I think he's around the 76 range. All right, they accept 16.5 for Bissouma. So it's a difference of about like 14 million. And Oxlade is 79. Bissouma is around 75, 76 probably. Now, I kind of think Oxlade would be unrealistic because do you really think he would go from Liverpool to Newcastle? I don't really think that would happen. So if we're trying to be realistic, I feel like Bissouma might be the better option here. So with that in mind, I think we are going to sign Bissouma. All right, 30,000 per week. I am fine with that. Bissouma is signed up. We have a new midfielder. All right, so there he is, 75 rated, but he does have a little bit of potential on him, so we're going to try to get that out of him. So I like that signing. It's not a huge, humongous upgrade, but I like the signing. I like it. So he will go into the starting 11. Longstaff will go to the bench, and I think for this next game against Wolves, we're going to play Frazier at cam and then Nelson on the right. I think these two have earned the start in the next game from that performance against Aston Villa. But all right, so we still have 24 million left. Do we go after anyone else? So Coman is 75 rated, 16 to 22. Mann is 12 to 17 million. Dennis Mann actually looks pretty decent. So if we could get a decent deal on him, I would pick him up. You guys suggested Wirtz, but he's recently joined, so we can't sign him just yet. We could try and loan in Jesse Lingard, but I don't know if that's even worth it. He's on high wages. I don't know if it would be more worth it just to sign a younger player for us to grow up or to build up. I think that's what we're going to try and do. And I think because Mann is a little bit cheaper, we're going to throw out an offer at him and see what they say. All right, let's try 11 million. They want Richie. All right, 8 million plus Richie. What about like 6.5? 6.5 plus Richie. I might do that. They want a 1% sell-on clause. All right, so Richie for Mann. So it's pretty much like a 14 million value. And Richie did not impress me in that game he just played. He is nowhere near quick enough to play on the wing, and I don't think he's defensively sound enough to play left back. So 6.5 plus Richie for Mann. I think we are going to accept that. All right, let's take a look at Richie's stats just really quick. So, I mean, he's 30. He's not going to be going up. He's probably going down. Man, that speed just kills it for me. And he can't really play anywhere else. He's a decent player, like decent. But I think to get a young player like Mann who has potential, that is the better thing to do here. All right, 28,000 per week. Richie is on his way to, I don't even know what team that is, but Dennis Mann is joining Newcastle, a new young right winger. All right, we'll give him number 17. He looks pretty decent. He actually does look pretty decent. We'll get him on inverted winger for that weak foot, but I think that was a pretty good bit of business. So now that Richie is gone, he will go to the bench. I like that signing. I like it. All right, so I think that might be it for transfers from us. Okay, wait, Joshua King looks pretty decent. He's 28 though, 76 rated, only 8 to 9 million. That is not a lot. He has 84 acceleration, 90 sprint speed, 76 finishing. finishing. He actually looks very, very decent, and I think he was linked with Newcastle in real life. I was thinking about him or Jetra Willems, but I don't really know if we need Willems right now because we have Mankio Yedlin at right back and then Williams Lewis at left back, so I don't think we really need him. I feel like Joshua King would be a replacement for Dwight Gale if we signed him. You know what? I'll throw an offer out at him. The only problem is he is 28. Is that too old? I think that might be a bit too old. I'm gonna throw an offer at him just to see. If we can get a deal, it would not be too bad of a pickup. Like, what if we throw in Paul Dummett? Paul Dummett plus 1 million. What do they say to that? All right, they actually want Dwight Gale. You know what? This is a good deal for us. That is an improvement. And only for, if we make it like 4 million maybe. 4 million plus Dwight Gale, they accept that. I think that is a pretty good swap because if I'm not wrong, I think Dwight Gale is 29, so Joshua King is actually 1 year younger. Yeah, he is. He's 29. So I think we're doing this. I think this is a pretty good deal for us. All right, 40,000 per week. Dwight Gale is on his way to Bournemouth and Joshua King is on his way to Newcastle. All right, I actually like that swap. I think that is a pretty good swap deal for us. 1 year younger, 2 overall points higher. I like it. I like it. That sprint speed just looks so good too. So I think he will go to the bench over Joe Ellington. And I think that might be it for transfers for us in this first window. I think that might be it. So we have signed Camacho, Chowdhury on loan. We've signed Dennis Mann, Joshua King, Brandon Williams, Busuma, Nelson. I think this was a pretty good first transfer window for us to start this rebuild. We've got some good young players that could grow into very decent players. So I think we're not looking too bad. We are not looking too bad. So that leaves us with 13.2 million for January. That is if we don't sell anyone. We might sell a few players before that, maybe. We'll see. But our next game is against Wolves in the Premier League. They're in first. We are down in 16th. So they have had a very, very good start. I'm guessing, yeah, 3-0, 3 wins out of 3 games. So this is probably going to be a pretty tough game for us. All right, so we're going with Fraser, Nelson, Cam, and right mid. Basuma's first game is debut. Yeah, Wolves are a pretty decent team, so I'm expecting this to be quite a tough game. All right, there are the Wolves players coming out of the team bus. 3 wins out of 3 in first. They've had a very good start to this season, whereas we have not had the best start. 1 win and 2 losses, so I mean, this could be a 3rd straight loss. I would take a draw here away from home. We'll see what we can do. Basuma into Wilson, Fraser, and Nelson combining like that last game. That is what I'm looking for. Ball into Fraser. Wilson, this would be such a good start, just can't shoot the ball. It was a good intervention by the Wolves defender. Jimenez picks this up. They're having a lot of possession, but they're not really keeping it too much as we just lose it into Mankio wins that. That could have been very bad. Decent defending, even though it was from a mistake, an error. Basuma can get this to Nelson. Nelson has been such a danger man on this wing. Waiting for this cross. Fraser goes for a shot straight at the keeper's feet though. Basuma wins that. That was a pretty good chance for us. Fraser, decent turn. Gonna stop, go for a shot. Fraser puts it wide. It was on his left foot. I don't think he has that great of a left foot. I think he's right-footed, right? I'm pretty sure he's right-footed. But 2 very decent chances. At least we're creating chances. Basuma has already been pretty decent in the midfield. I like to see it. Fraser into St. Maximin, goes for the shot, and we take the lead in the 28th minute. All right, we've had a very good spell of like 20 minutes or 15 minutes of creating chances, and St. Maximin gets his first goal of the series. I am looking for him to be pretty much our main player of the series. He hasn't made too much noise yet, but a good through ball from Fraser leads to him getting his first goal in this series. And we are 1-0 up on the first place team. That was a very good goal. 30 minutes in, 1-0 up. I will take that. Right, they are not going to be too happy about that. Into Jimenez, to Podence. I do not like marking him. He is so quick. They're going to go back with it into the box to Neves. Basuma eventually gets in a tough but good challenge. The Wolves fans are booing that one. They thought it was a penalty. St. Maximin trying to wait for Brandon Williams. There he is. Fraser is in such a good spot, goes for the header, just he's a little bit too far away from the goal. But that was a decent cross from Brandon Williams on his off foot. We are going to cross this in. Decent climb by someone. I don't even know who that was. All right, Podence. Why is there so much room in our midfield? Good defending. Basuma, very good opening first half for us. Nelson gets onto that. Wilson into Nelson. Can't quite get the pass off, but that is the first half. We played very, very good. We are holding up defensively and we have the lead. So let's see what we can do in this second half. Passing is much, much better this game from the first team though, compared to the game against Sheffield. Much, much better. Some very, very good passing from Wolves. Great challenge. Good ball into Jimenez. I need my CDM to come way more up than that. Cannot be letting that much room in. Into Adama Traore, into Moutinho. Great challenge by Shar. My defenders are playing so good this game. Basuma is driving this forward into Callum. To St. Maximin, trying to look for that pass. Just their center backs are not playing that bad either. Adama Traore has a lot of room. Brandon Williams trying to recover. He recovers so well. All right, last 20 minutes, not trying to rush anything necessarily. Trying to be patient, take our time with this. St. Maximum into Wilson. Gets a little bit of space, goes for the shot. Keeper saves it. That could have sealed it. All right, no changes just yet. We're playing so well. I don't want to mess with this chemistry. Ball is in. That is cleared. 10 minutes to hold this lead. We came in here hoping for a draw, and we are holding on to a 1-0 lead. Brandon Williams covering in to Moutinho. Trying to not let this in. Moutinho. Oh, this is not looking too good. Good block, and that is cleared by Lascelles. That is just amazing defending. Oh, I should have held it up. I should have held it up. All right, we just need to hold on to this. 1 minute left for a shock 1-0 win against the undefeated team in first place. Basuma into Callum. Just hold on to this. Nothing too rash just yet. Now we can take a shot. Callum takes a shot from outside the box. That goes wide or over the bar. And we win away from home 1-0 at Wolves. All right, I was not expecting a win in this game. I thought it'd be like Everton, another 3-0, 5-0 loss. But we actually played so well. This is the best performance from us so far this season. And that is a huge, huge 3 points. All right, transfer deadline day, but I am so happy we won that game. Man, these sliders, it actually feels like a real challenge. I was nervous throughout that whole entire game. That is exactly what I want from this series. I want it to be a challenge. The CPU actually feels pretty deadly, but we defended so well that game. And then St. Maximin's goal got us all 3 points. So a tough loss to start this episode, and then 2 wins to end it. 2 very good confidence building wins. All right, so the transfer window is over. Let's take a look at the biggest deals. So Ndidi to PSG, Aubameyang to Bayern, Goretzka to Liverpool, Marquinhos Inter, Jamie Vardy to Real Madrid. Interesting. Saul to Liverpool, Alwar to Dortmund, Upamecano to Bayern Munich, James Maddison to Barcelona. Leicester are selling all their players, but I think we had a pretty good window. Man, Basuma, Williams, King, Nelson. Man, Basuma played so well in that game against Wolves. So did Brandon Williams. I'm so happy with those signings. I think those are 2 very big signings for our first team that will help a lot throughout this season. All right, really quick before we end this, the youth player from last episode that we signed, Callum Walters. So he was 60 rated, and I put him on striker development plan, changing his position, and he has gone all the way up to a 65 from that position change. So yeah, he looks a lot better as a striker, and his rating reflects that. So 65 rated at 17, he actually looks pretty decent. So we might call him up and get him some game time in some cup games. But we are ending this episode sitting in 10th after 4 games. So 2 tough losses against Everton and Sheffield, but that last win against Wolves was huge for this team. So I'm very excited for the rest of the season now after that win. I think we have a lot of potential to be like a top 8 team. So in the next episode, we have West Brom, Man City, and Man United. All right, some tough games. So that will be in the next episode. So guys, I think that's it for this one. If you guys enjoyed, drop a like on the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you all have a great day.